welcome to my speed build. Today I built a Tudor home and it's a family home again, and I built this right after exams, but I didn't really get the energy or the time to edit it and do a voiceover for it until now. So here I am, and it's been a while since I've done one of these, so whatever skill I've acquired to do a voiceover, I've kind of lost it now. So if this is a little bit rambly, I'm sorry. Hopefully, I'll be able to get back to teaching myself how to do these all over again. But anyway, I really did enjoy building this house. Tudor homes and cottages are my favorite types of like style to build. So yeah, this has been really enjoyable for me. And I kind of just free-handed it, meaning like I didn't really have a reference I was going off of. I was just kind of building and like working off of whatever I had. And it was just nice trying to like get back into the routine of building and that sort of, zone you get into when you build or you're creating anything. So yeah, I had a lot of fun building this one. Oh, and you'll see later on that I'm working on a 30 by 20 lot, but I do block out a chunk of the landscape with concrete so it blends into like the surroundings, and I didn't really thought it fitted the whole neighborhood that well if you had like a large yard space to have all these sort of activities, if you know what I mean. It just felt more like a townhouse where like concrete slabs were more, I don't know, fitting, if that's a good description. Also, I have been getting back into reading because I've noticed that in my voiceovers I kind of just sort of like now lose my train of thought and I don't really speak coherently. And I think that's also to do with just me in general and the way I think. When I'm talking or when I'm having a conversation, my head is just overflowing with thoughts and it collects at my mouth like a dam, and it just comes out in very short outbursts and I just end up talking very incoherently. So that's something I would like to work on from now on. But yeah, so I decided reading was probably like the best bet. So yeah, anyway, what is your New Year's resolution? I feel like I feel like it's appropriate to start thinking about it because I don't know, this year has just flown by. Like I blinked my eye and it's now mid-November. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know who took my time away, but here we are. And it's kind of scary. Anyway, getting back to the build a little bit, I kept it pretty minimal, pretty simple. I just kept it most of the bushes and the flowers and everything just sort of around the house to sort of frame the shape a little bit. And as for the color scheme, I guess I kind of went with like pops of red accent with the red flower bushes that we got with cottage living. I thought it was kind of fitting to go with like a sort of reddish brown exterior I had going on and the red roof texture. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'm just putting more texture and patterns on the paneling. This is the one thing I really do enjoy about Tudor homes. It's just a lot of detail you can add to the build that makes it so different and I guess unique from each one, even though you build the same Tudor houses over and over again. Plus, I feel like Tudor homes have sometimes these crazy, like wacky shapes and bump outs, and you can sort of experiment a lot more and get away with a lot more of that. So, yeah, I think that's what I enjoy the most. Plus, it's like a sort of a homey feel, which of course I love. So yeah, getting down to the floor plan a little bit, I did cut a portion of it out because I was struggling a little bit with the upstairs floor plan. Overall, I end up with three bedrooms, one downstairs, two upstairs, and two bathrooms, one ensuite and one shared upstairs. And I think I'm pretty happy with how the floor plan turned out. I tried something a little bit different where I had that diagonal wall going into the kitchen slash dining area. I know, it's just totally mind blowing and original that I did that. But yeah, I don't think I do a lot of things differently from like the houses I'm seeing myself build because I don't know, I think I like to keep it sort of in my comfort zone. I've noticed that ever since starting my speed builds, like I keep to a certain style and I don't really branch out that often, which is why I'm going to attempt to start building like community lots like bars and cafes and restaurants, blah blah blah. I think it'll be a lot of fun and like a good way to build up my building skills and also a good excuse to browse on Pinterest and just look at different styles of houses and exteriors and interiors, which is one of my favorite things to do anyway when I have lots of free time, which I do now. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna be uploading a lot more from now on. Anyway, getting back to the build a little bit, I think this is almost the end of what I do with the kitchen slash dining area. It's all very simplistic, and I only kept 4 chairs in the dining space and no bar stools because I just wanted to make sure that your Sims had no routing issues and they could get around to places. That's really important. Yeah, I just like to keep my houses as functional as I can. Sometimes you'll notice that you can't access like one of the chairs in the corners, but how often is it that your Sims can all sit down for dinner? Like, it doesn't happen, especially after they shortened the length of time that your Sims have to eat. It's hardly like dinner time, everyone sit down. So, unless you turn all of the autonomy off, which actually reminds me of like a Black Mirror episode where you don't have any autonomy and you have no agency in anything. Anyway, that's a different rabbit hole to go down. Stay on track. Yeah, so getting into the what's this called? Living room. I had a lot of fun with the living room, just the overall color scheme and the alignment of the chimney and the fireplace. That is a rare occasion on on my build. Normally I'd have a fireplace like on the other side of the build where it looks cuter on the exterior, and my fireplace will be like way over in the opposite like side of the house in my interior. But this time it all lined up and I was like, oh my god, what a rare occasion this is. I'm not an architect by any means, so whenever I get something right, even if it's like common sense, I'm like, oh, bravo. You did it this time. You really did it. You go get him, girl. Like, getting really stoked. Which is not usually an attitude I have, but it's The Sims. Just get creative and do whatever you want because it's not going to matter anyway. So that's the tea. But anyway, getting back to the build just a little bit. I do quite like how the living room turned out. It's probably the favorite part of my house in this house. I like the whole color scheme, how warm and neutral it feels with the green and the beige. The curtains are from Cats and Dogs, and I've never used it in that swatch, I don't think. The carpet is from the, what is it? The Strangerville pack. Yeah, they really complemented each other nicely, and I was able to tie in all the different wood tones together because everything else was so cohesive and matchy. So, yeah, I also like how I was able to clutter up the side table with the slot underneath as well. I'm trying out different camera angles with the Sims 3 camera, and it really allows you to see like different nooks and crannies at a different like eye level angle. Like for here, for example, although I am playing on like a little itty bitty laptop, it kind of sounds like, I know I say this in every video, but it sounds like my computer is about to fly away into oblivion because it just can't really handle that much stress. Kind of like me and my small brain. I think it's the different camera settings I keep switching back and forth with the hotkeys that's causing the strain. Or maybe it's because I've been getting into Reshade recently. I think it just makes the game a little bit more brighter and more vibrant. By the way, if you are curious about which Reshade I use, I do list it in the description down below. And yeah, I'm just Or maybe it's just that I have a lot of packs. I don't know. I don't have all the packs, but I have quite a few, and I feel like that is probably maybe the reason why my computer's under a lot of strain. I don't know the real reason. I'm not a computer whiz. I am not tech savvy, so I don't know what the problem is. And it's actually also the reason why I've been sort of steering away from getting more kits. I know we've also had the blooming, what is it called? Blooming plant kit that we got recently. Yeah, I looked at all the stuff and they look so cute and amazing, and I am really prone to getting plants in every corner and every nook of the house that I feel is a bit empty. No empty hallways. So I don't know. It's taking a lot inside me to refrain myself, but I will probably end up getting it. Anyway, I just talked all over the master bedroom. I tried to carry on the green and brown theme I had going on in the living space and sort of carry that down in the downstairs overall color scheme, I guess. Everything in this house is a bit matchy-matchy and very color coordinated. You'll see when we get to the kids' bedroom upstairs. Just on a different note, I feel like I'm still kind of rehabilitating myself from like my Sims withdrawal symptoms from all those long, excruciating, painful days that I could not play The Sims because of my other life choices, such as university. Yeah, it's been hard. I just forget where all the items were, and I was just struggling to start building and everything, and I was just bulldozing houses on every single lot I decided to build on. So I'm excited to play again and kind of excited to start getting back into the zone. Anyway, this is the first kids' bedroom, and I don't want to put a gender on a particular color. I think it's stupid. So this can be your son's bedroom or your daughter's bedroom, or your cat's bedroom. You know, we don't discriminate. Anyway, it's stupid to put gender on a color. Yeah, actually, did you know that it was originally pink for the boy and blue for the girl, because pink was seen as a more, you know, sort of stronger and bold color, and blues were more dainty and delicate, blah blah blah. It was all nonsense. And then Barbie came along and she was pink, so the feminine color was pink. It's all media perception and portrayal of different sexes, and it's amazing what they can do to our own perception of the world. Speaking of colors, I know that this is a little bit off topic, but I just have to say that I really appreciate Pantone colors. I know that's a bit random, but hear me out. It's Pantone colors, it's not just for their highly skilled team of experts replicating colors with so much precision, but it's also for the fact that they are able to create and describe colors in a way that really encapsulates the mood and emotion it evokes. I think there's something very poetic in the way they describe their perception of a color, especially when they choose the color of the year. It's also very interesting because they must spend so much time figuring out which color to define a certain period with, and especially when the times are changing so fast, as I said. And then to think about the kind of impact they have on all these other creative industries like fashion, makeup, and like even interior design. It's just kind of admirable in a way, and very, very, very interesting to think about. I think this year, if I'm remembering correctly, the color is grey. It's named differently, but I'm pretty sure it's grey. But my personal favorite was when they did a coral pink back in 2018 or 2019. It was just a very warm and vibrant color, and back then I was really into those soft pastel pink colors, so I was really vibing. Anyway, getting back to the build, we are finishing up the exterior with the final details and touches. It's my first time using those roof pieces, like the roof design pieces, and I kind of like the way it turned out. They were kind of hard to use because of the way they snapped and the sort of tiles they used up, but I think I kind of made it work. So And yeah, we'll be heading into screenshots soon. So if you like this build and you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button and like this video. Thanks for watching. Bye!